Hi guys, so in today's video I want to talk about Prototype. Why there will be no sequel? Because Prototype is owned by Activision and they are focused currently on Call of Duty. That Activision owns Prototype at this point, but they don't make a new game. And I'll tell you why. They don't make a new game because they think it's not profitable with what they are doing with Call of Duty. And now there will be people say, but why they don't sell the IP? Well, it's because of this reason. Let's say that Activision sells the IP to ID Software or Insomniac, and they actually managed to turn it into a successful franchise. So at this point Activision will have lost profitable IP, you understand me? So they would have just lost a lot of money. So it's easier for them. They are like, okay, so we don't want to risk with Prototype because we might fail, but we will not let others because we are too jealous. So that's the main reason. It's a jealousy. They don't want to sell it because of jealousy. So what can we do about this? Well, you know, there is Dead Space, and Glenn Schofield, the creator of the Dead Space franchise, when his franchise was claimed by EA, he lost all the rights. So there was Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3, but these games, well, they weren't really as good as the first game, because he had less control. So when he left, he came with an alternative, Callisto Protocol, a new game, a new series I believe will be in the future, and it's a spiritual successor where there are some necromorph-like monsters. But anyway, my point is that if you want a new Prototype video game, we have to come with a spiritual successor, and that's what I'm doing today. So there is this guy, Hector Browne. We talked a lot on Reddit and we came with a spiritual successor to Prototype, and we decided, well, I decided to call it Evolution. The Evolution story focuses on, or video game idea, I don't know how to call it at this point. Okay, so the Evolution game concept focuses on Dr. Alec Mashier, and he creates a super virus called the Dark Star Plague, and the Dark Star Plague is an offshoot of a Red Star Plague, a virus that comes from Outcast, who is the evolution version of Pariah. So this is how the plot more or less would be like. So Outcast is from another world of aliens. He was experimented on and he got superpowers. So, but he escaped. He was like, well, the name is in the name, Outcast. So he fled and he came on our Earth. And then Gentech captured him, and they began experimenting on him, and they asked Dr. Mercier to make a deadlier offshot. So that's what happened. So Dr. Mercier made a deadlier version, and then he found out what Gentech plans with the virus. So he tries to take it and leave, but then he's shot down, and then the Dark Star Plague comes over and takes his personality, just like in how Black Light Virus did to Alex Mercer, and more or less the plot remains the same. With Elizabeth Green we will have another character, Betaliza, and she would be from outer space, and another one infected with Red Star Plague, but she's more or less just a superhuman, and she's more of a prototype of Red Star. So she's sent to retrieve Outcast from the humans. So she infects the city. Her infected will be something like the Flood, and then she has a few fights with Zeus. Zeus is just another name for Zeus, you know, like in Prototype 1 where the Black Light Virus is called Zeus. So as Zeus we would fight the infected, the Flood-like infected of Betaliza. and then we'll face her, and then we will have a Supreme Hunter like character, but this time it would actually be created from residual waste or radioactivity. So when Zeus and Battle Liza fight, a part of Dark Star Plague reaches into a hazard containment, and Battle Liza falls into that hazard fang, and then it appears a new creature, and they swore allegiance one to each other. And then plot remains mostly the same, because Gintech and Darkeye is the Blackwatch equivalent. They plan to destroy the area where Battle Liza is infected, but of course that Zeus stops them, and more or less it's the same, but yeah, exactly. So if we want a new, oh yeah, so, and this guy Hector Browne also came with the revolutionizer, which I actually plan to use in this conceptual universe. And if this video gets more recognition, I might make even a bigger video about evolution, the spiritual successor of Prototype. And according to him, I mean, I won't say according to him, but we wanted this revolutionizer to be some sort of Nick Fury's battleship, something to protect Earth, but I thought that we should be actually using it in the second entry, if Evolution had a sequel. And I also chose to use Hector Browne's nerve toxin against Dark Star and Red Star plagues. But yeah, okay, at this point there isn't really, it's the plot, it remains more the same, but I don't really have everything to explain. It's just more of a summary. But if this video becomes more popular, then I shall, make a more detailed representation of all the characters, so on and so forth. Okay guys, thank you for passing by and watching this video. Till then, peace.